Good morning, me hearties, and a very warm welcome to Scottie McClue. Lovely to have you with us. It's Sunday morning, Sunday the 27th of August. Isn't the year fleeing in, as we say in Scotland? And absolutely incredible, wonderful, wonderful show last night. Now, those of you looking for last night's show, it's almost 2 hours. Well, it is 2 hours effectively. So there you have it. We stayed on for an extra hour by public demand. How about that? How amazing is that? Fantastic. Good morning, Scotty. Professor Numpty Heat, what are you doing jumping about bright and breezy at this early time on a Sunday morning? Do you not usually like a kip in till about maybe 2:30 in the afternoon? Fantastic. What a great show last night, Numpty Heat. And thanks be to your good self in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying, Numpty. There we are. Scotty, can you give my sister Erin a shout out? Says Sophie. Sophie, of course we can give your sister Erin a shout out. We're a bit of a shout out show, to be quite honest with you. I love this, guys. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. That means all the wee half-witted trolls have been booted doon the swarry right away. Good morning, Angie says. Good morning. Good morning, Scotty, says Sham. Guys, let us know where you're watching from. That's always very, very important. Scotty, can you say hi to Olivia? Of course I can. So there we are. Not a problem. Hi, Scotty. Hi, everybody. Let us know where you're watching from. Then we get a picture of the world. Good morning, says the wonderful Murray O'Donnell. Just going out to split some logs, getting ready for the autumn / winter. Murray, you are a remarkable man. Now, I knew a gentleman, and he had a product called a log splitter. And it was a kind of like a massive chisel, about, I suppose it might have been 3 inches or something like that, and a pipe that went up the outside, and you dropped it down on the logs, ended up, and it just split them open. It was a fabulous thing. And then when I lived out in the country, the farmer appeared and he said, are you wanting logs? I said, well, that would be lovely. He said, it's £15 a bin. And I thought he meant like a dustbin size. A bin was the widest bin you could ever get on a tractor. And he said, where are you wanting them? And I said, just at the back door, thanks. So there we are. Incredible stuff. Now then, the stove, I would never, ever comment on anything like that. What a silly, silly thing to do. And what's it called? Cumbernauld, DINKY-DOO. So enjoy the logs, Murray. I can remember visiting a wee farm in Perthshire, and they had several sheds full of them. So there we are. I've got your phone number. Good man, Callum. Can I put you on my YouTube stream as screen recording? Get good views from the council tenants. Joe Brand, of course you can. Of course you can. Anything that lets people know that Scottie McClue's actually on is very good. Good morning, Scottie, says the wonderful Susan. And Murray, thank you so much again for last night and for all these other things. In your awesome Scottish accent, Angie has given me a red rose, the first out of 500. Angie, thank you so much. In your awesome Scottish accent, can you say, aye, an angry skunk, run for your life? What's the difference? What would you get if you crossed a mute owl with a skunk? Who can tell me the answer to that one? If you crossed a mute owl with a skunk. There's the wonderful Joe, DINKY-DOO Joe. How lovely to have you with us. Yes, please broadcast it. Let everybody know. Get them on the YouTube. We've just had 1 million views on the YouTube. You'll see it on the TikTok and YouTube videos. Darren is giving me red roses. Guys, I've set just a tiny goal there, and the cheapest I could find was the red rose. Is Scottie McClue worth a red rose? Silent, says Mario O'Donnell. How fantastic are you, Dinky-Doo? There we go. I've just seen a football game this morning. Olivia has given me a beautiful rose. Thank you, Olivia. That's very kind of you. Guys, if you've just joined us, get following as soon as you can. Everyone on TikTok with a TikTok account should be following Scottie McClue because it's the right thing to do. That's what I say. Yes, indeed. Thank you for following us on the TikTok. Very, very important. Bless you. There's a lovely lady who has just followed us right away. So good. And it's so good for you guys because then you know you're connected to the world's top talk show and TikTok's top talk show. Try saying that one. See how you go. Fantastic. There we are. Olivia thinks she's getting patched. She's been mentioned 3 times. How's that for patching? I say to you. Tell 10 to tell 10. Can everybody get tapping their phones? If you're watching on the TikTok, tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, 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 tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap on the phones to let everybody know that we are live. 4 red roses already. Telephone. You're live at Scotty's Phone In. Who's that? Hello? Hello?
Hi, Callum.
It's Callum. Hello, Callum. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Very well. Nice to hear you. And thanks for phoning. What can I do for you, sir?
Actually, I'm a YouTuber still.
Sorry, say again, Callum?
I do TikTok.
Oh, you do TikTok? Yes, I've seen you come up on TikTok. It's lovely to have you on there. And you're on the YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Callum, 1 million viewers to the YouTube channel.
I'm trying to get up to 1 billion.
Wow, we'll get it up to 1 billion. Good man. Lovely to hear you, Callum, and thanks for calling. And Dinky-Doo.
You too.
You too, lad. Top man. There we are. That's our Callum. Well done and very brave for phoning in and a lovely call. Didn't waste a second and nothing silly there, I tell you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Professor Susan. There we are. Kareem, good morning, Scotty. And Susan, hope you are well. There we are, Dinky-Doo, and they'll have a wee chat now. If you've just joined us on the YouTube channel, excellent, lovely to have you with us. I'm just going to share with the Facebook just to let everybody know that we're on. We'll just say we're live now, Sunday morning, fantastic, and live now, live. Isn't it great, guys, the technology? We used to do all Facebook Live, and we'll probably go back to it as well, and perhaps even multi-stream. What's the time? 10:30 on YouTube, and TikTok, lovely, and we're on TikTok at Scottie McClue. There you go. So that's it coming up now, guys. Amazing stuff. It really is wonderful. Live now, 10:30, YouTube and TikTok. And that's coming up on people's Facebooks. If you're following me on Facebook, you'll see that right now. Thank you. No problem at all. Thank you. Matthew thinks he's getting patched. You're not getting patched, Matthew. Nobody gets patched on Scottie McClue unless they get it wrong. What's your likes now, says the wonderful Joe Brand. Joe, thank you. Can you get them all following? Get them following Scottie McClue. Follow us, guys, as soon as you possibly can. You've hit 10 million on my channel on YouTube. Isn't that fantastic? Yes, tell them all. Scottie McClue on TikTok, following right now, Joe. Guys, if you're watching on Joe's YouTube, then come and join us big style. Lovely to have you this morning. You're watching Scottie McClue. Hashtag FloatEye, the first lord of the internet. Sunday morning, nothing gets past me. We've got 2,700 likes. Is that not just amazing? Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. And thank you for the 1 million views on the YouTube channel. Scottie McClue is known to 2 billion. We need to get the 2 billion knowing that Scottie McClue is live on YouTube. Then we are sorted. Please do subscribe as well. Very, very important. Now then, what's happening here? Can you believe we did a 2-hour show last night, guys? Football, football, or soccer, football. We Yanks don't call soccer football. No, you Yanks, if I can use that term loosely, you have American football, which is more like rugby, where you dress up with the big shoulders and you go tackling. You go tackling. Fantastic. If you're watching in America, do come, because I notice that almost 15% of my viewers are American. Isn't that beautiful? Guys, have you got a cup of tea with you and a glass of water or something? It's maybe a bit early for something stronger. I have beautiful tea with lemon and lime. The mug is bigger than my head. That's what I call a mug. Guys, the mug is filling the full screen on the YouTube channel. Isn't that beautiful? It's a two-hander. A beautiful, beautiful woman bought me that and said, you need a bucket of tea, McClue. Who will win the Old Firm next Sunday, Scottie? Paid. I couldn't possibly let that information out. How angry would they all be? How angry would the telecompanies be if I told you the score for the Old Firm next Sunday? Hey, Scottie, but with lots of Old Firm videos on the TikTok. Guys, get watching the Go At song on YouTube and on there. Now, Pop Woo Dee-Doo says, hey, Scottie, hey, Pop Woo. Kareem says he's tired but cold. I've had to put the heating on. Wow, Kareem is as cold as that. But Kareem, did you not have a holiday in the sun recently? And maybe you're missing that. DINKY-DOO, Scottie, I'm heading to the Mourne Mountains here. Tom Phillips, how wonderful are you? Tom, put in Scottie McClue piano on YouTube or Scottie McClue piano. Scroll down in TikTok and you'll see me wearing my blazer playing the piano, and it's the Mountains of Mourne. I will play you the Mountains of Mourne. So there we have it. Look at your lies, says Joe. Thank you, Joe. Wow. Isn't that beautiful? There we have it. I thank you very much. What's your job? My job is to inform, educate, and entertain not just one nation, but every nation. A very busy man. Will do, Scottie. Absolutely. You'll love that. And when you get to the Mourne Mountains, do this for you and do it for me. Play Scottie McClue playing the Mountains of Mourne. Yes, indeed. Morning, everyone. Morning, Professor Numpty Heed. Has anybody else had to put the heating on? There we are. Kareem says he's had to put his heating on. Incredible stuff. Professor Numpty Heed has joined us. Numpty Heed, I think maybe one of our calls is due to be popped up on YouTube. What do you think? I need to know. I think we should be told. Also, what do you think of the 1 million views to the YouTube channel? You could not make it up. Incredible. 1 million people watching Scottie McClue on one social media platform. Is that not just amazing? We must be near to 100 million, yes, on the TikTok platform. Follow on TikTok, everybody tap, tap, tappity tap. We're nearly at 3,000 likes. If you're watching on TikTok, tap, tap, tappity tap, tappity tappity tap, as soon as you possibly can. And let us know, get following as well, guys. Good morning, says the wonderful Stephen Radford. Fantastic. Lovely to have you with us, Stephen. What a top man, a big media man. And so glad you could join us. I hope all is well with you. I believe there were celebrations yesterday in the family. We love that, don't we? So please, my fondest regards to your wonderful mother and to your sister and to your lovely family. There we are. What about that? I tell you. Now, what else have we got here, guys? Everybody coming and joining us. Sharing the live, guys, as soon as you possibly can. A wee bacon, egg, and tatty scone rolls this morning. Bacon, egg, and tatty scone on a roll. Guys, does anybody else have tatty scone on a roll? If you're not Scottish, then a tatty scone is a potato cake. There you have it. Chris says, hi everyone, we have a lovely day in Fife. I've had the heating on for the last couple of weeks. Chris, Ken, Fife, Ken, other places in Fife. Thank you, I will share the love. Stephen Radford, what a wonderful man you are. There we go. Now, so much to talk about. Can you add me on Skype? Well, Callum, you'll be on there anyway now. Are you famous? I feel like you're famous. Well, do you know, Tasha, this is a moot point. I've been on television, radio, newspapers, social media for the best part of 40 years. I am known to 2 billion people throughout the world, but we need to tell the 2 billion that we're live on the YouTube channel and we're live on the TikTok. Now, there are apparently 8 billion people in the world, although I got told that had been inflated by very, very wealthy people who were up to no good. And there might not be 8 billion, but I'm known to 2 billion. If there were 8 billion or there was 8 billion people in the world, then that would mean that 6 billion don't know me yet. How good is that? How cool is that? But 2 billion do. And I think they should all send £1. How are you doing, Scotty boy? I'm just away for a spot of fishing today. Jordan, enjoy every second of that. And remember, you are a top man. Try and avoid catching any fish because I don't think the hooks are good for them. But there we are. But enjoy your day sitting by the river and checking your line every so often. Cheers, everybody. General sup if it's tea. Oh, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. There's lemon and lime in my tea. Apparently it keeps the scurvy down. How you doing, Scotty boy? Dinky-Doo, everybody. So lovely to have you with us. Can you all tap, tappity tap? I remember you from the Scott FM days, says Haggis Hunter. Before we Fat Bob. Oh, yes, indeed. So there we are. I heard a rumour that you're in sheltered housing now. Only if I'm visiting my granny am I in sheltered housing. Guys, get phoning. So there you have it. That was somebody on the phone, but they panicked. Yes, my great granny's in sheltered housing, so I pop in to see her. The legend that is Scottie McClue. Can I FaceTime you? No, I don't do FaceTime, Callum. We talk on here, you'll see. It's fantastic stuff. And Dinky-Doo, don't you think it's about time we opened the lunatic asylums back up, says Smokey. Well, there would certainly be plenty of candidates, a lot of them very, very rich, so they could afford to pay. So maybe we could have a paying lunatic asylum. Do you know you used to have an inspector for nuisances? So there you go. And do you know, one morning, a road rager hooted at me, so I hooted back, and he got out his car this halfwit and came up and was going, I couldn't really understand him because he was a Neanderthal, but very, very interesting. Yes, I didn't think these creatures still existed. He should have been in a zoo for him, or a lunatic asylum. Yes, very strange. Scotty, I have some bad news regarding Crawford and myself's grandfather, Francis. I'm sorry to hear this. I send you love and I send you strength. Guys, if you've just joined us, a very good morning to you. You're watching Scottie McClue, hashtag FlowTie, first lord of the internet, the world's top broadcaster and the world's most humble man. Up there is a tiny goal. McClue is always free at the point of delivery. If anybody's feeling flush and they can spare some red roses, stick them in there to see if we can achieve the goal. That would be amazing. If you're on the YouTube channel, you won't have seen that, but I do hope you've given me a thumbs up down at the bottom left. And everybody, very generous last night, guys, tapping the dollar on the YouTube channel. How kind is that? Good morning, sir. Good morning, Kalelio. Now, Kalelio, we haven't seen you for far too long. That's not acceptable. Phone! You're live with Scotty's phone in, is that?
Hi, Callum.
Callum, yes. What were we saying?
Actually, I try get me a view, and can you actually help me to get me a views as well?
I'm not sure what you're actually saying, Callum. It sounded a little bit strange. So there you have it. Not sure. Anybody know what Callum was actually saying there, guys? Yes, indeed. Right. Now, who have we got here? Smokey with 4 very, very funny laughter bits. Excellent, Smokey. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. They are. Good morning, everybody. Kalelio, how have you been? So good that you're back with us. Can I, Scotty, thoughts on our foreign aid now paying for the Indian space race? Yes, apparently we gave, was it 75 million or 75 billion to India? What was the actual figure, guys? And that was about the same as what it cost to do the space. You know, very, very interesting. Scotty, good morning from London. Casey, how lovely. Is it Casey? Yes, Casey, how lovely to have you with us from London. Which part of London? You don't have to tell us exactly, but just give us an idea. Guys, if anybody wants to pop a red rose in the goal, you can. Feel free to do that because everybody's asking, where do I give you something? Scottie McClue is always free. Has been free for 40 years. So there you have it. But if you're feeling flush and you can help us out, the YouTube channel has got links. You look grey. Are you okay? Yes, I'm looking grey because I'm wearing a white shirt. It's cinematography. There you are. That's what happens. I'm actually very pink. Women in Fife are the best. Ken Darren, are they good for cooking? There we are. Now, what do we got here? Hello, DINKY-DOO. Hello, Michaela. Says, how lovely. Fantastic. Now then, there's Mia and Matthew. Good morning, everybody. You are posh, says Kay. No, not really, Kay. I've never been called posh before. Guys, if you've just joined us on the YouTube channel, please do subscribe. We need to start moving things forward. We've got 1 million viewers. I popped up the video for you. So do have a look at all the videos. What age are you? Well, it's very difficult because, you see, I wasn't born. My grandmother knitted me. So I'm also a time traveler. So I could be 1 million. What about that? I say to you. There we are. How DINKY-DOO is that? Hi, Scotty, sir. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Lovely to have you with us. Do you think the wee Rangers will win the league? I think the big Rangers will win the league. Are you 82? Well, you might be onto something. I might well be 82. How amazing is that? How did you know that, Mia? There we are. Love it, Scotty. DINKY-DOO, Chris. How lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome. Guys, are you all following? Some of you are lazy at following, and I don't understand why, because you just need to take your finger up to the top left-hand corner and you click the plus sign and you follow Scottie McClue, because it's the right thing to do. DINKY-DOO. There we have it. Leave us your comments. Thank you for a beautiful heart. Who sent that big heart there? Let me see who sent that. Fuzzy Peachy sent me a heart. Me. Yes, indeed. So there we go. Thank you for joining us, everybody. You're very, very welcome. My goodness me, I can't believe we've been up for 26 minutes. Now, guys, keep the gifts coming, says Charlie. Charlie, you're very, very kind. That's what I say. What I would love is if everybody took the phone and went tap, tap, tappity, tap. Mia, you know I'm never going to answer that. So there we have it. We are an international show. So there we go. Smokey is still laughing. We like that. That is fantastic. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, down to the bottom left and give us a thumbs up. Fantastic. Now then, everybody's liked the live. Have you shared the live? And have you tap, tap, tappity, tap? Guys, can you believe it? We've been up for 27 minutes. And I've already got 3,800 likes. All right? 3,800 likes. Is that not amazing? So there we are. Mia, I think you're spamming us now. We're going to have to put you in timeout for spamming. We'll not chase you. We'll just mute you for 5 minutes for spamming, just to let everybody calm down. There we are. Fantastic. DINKY-DOO, I say. Right. Lovely, lovely. Now then, who else have we got? Thank you for liking the live, guys. And has everybody followed? Sunday morning, nothing gets past me. And we like to pop up and just let you know there are so many new TikTok and YouTube videos for your edification, education, enjoyment, and delight. That's where they're at. I'm just saying hi, yeah, but you were spamming. You see, you were sending several highs. You just send the one, and then we hopefully get you and send you a hi. All right, Scotty, I hope you're well, big man. Rab, how lovely to have you with us on Sunday morning. How DINKY-DOO is this? There we are. Guys, it's just coming up to 11 o'clock. If you're going for the 11 o'clock bus, I would say you've probably missed it. If you're going to church, the bells will be ringing. For me and my girl. Hello from Dalkeith, Fuzzy Peachy. We love Dalkeith. I used to shop in the big store at Dalkeith on a Friday night when I stayed in East Lothian. I was only minutes free Dalkeith. So there you are. So DINKY-DOO. Good morning. It's 5 a.m. here. Frank, when you say here, where do you mean? You could be anywhere in the world. What's the most unique city in the UK? I would say, well, they're all unique because there's only one of them. So I think we'd have to say all unique, and you can't really be the most unique because you can only have unique. So in grammar, as a grammarian, you can only be... Now, Del Mussa, we need to say goodbye to you on a lifetime ban. We don't talk that way on here. Guys, can everybody say goodbye to Del Mussa? Lifetime ban for being an idiot. There we go. Okay. Yeah, gone. There we are. We just don't talk like that on here. We're very, very stylish. All the best people talk to Scottie McClue. Southeast United States of America. Another wee clue, Frank. You don't have to give us an address, just a clue, because the southeast of the United States of America are big. The US has 54 Springfields and only 50 states. Do you have glasses? Yes, I have several pairs of glasses, but I can't see close up with my glasses on. There you go. There's 2 pairs to get us started. Oh, I can't see a thing there. But yes, in answer to your question, do I have glasses? The answer is yes. Glasses. Oh, there we are. Ah, that's better. But for close work, I take them off. I see you're still getting the dafties, Scotty. Rab. We will always get the dafties along with the geniuses. I love your proper Scottish accent. I thank you, Claire. Have you been to Dunoon? Looky, I know Dunoon like the back of my hand. I had family in Dunoon. Yes, indeed. Do you know Argyle Street? Do you know St. John's? Do you know Wellington Street? Do you know the West Bay? Do you know the Promenade? Do you know Kirn? Do you know Innellan? Do you know Alexander Street? Do you know King Street? Do you know the Benmore Younger Botanic Gardens? He identifies as a legend. Yes, I do. I identify as a legend. There we are. A him, he legend. A who, him legend. A he legend. What about that? Now, what have we got? Scotty, when are you getting back in the radio or the telly? A phone in class. Well, we've got the phone in here. You know, I mean, it's early days, but we've just had 1 million viewers. Morning, Scotty. Do you know Stu, the comedian? I haven't met him, but I know of him. There we are. Can you say top man, Reese? Oh, Reese, of course. Of course, we could say top man. I couldn't help it, says Space Cowboy. So there you go. Lovely to have you with us, folks. If you've just joined us, get tap, tap, tappity tap. Scottie McClue is always free, but if you want to pop a red rose in, there it's right there. If anybody is feeling flush. Scotty, are you due any more holidays this summer? Well, Chris, I wish I was. You suit them. I do suit them. But no, I'm afraid I don't have any more holidays coming up, but I thoroughly enjoyed my last one. There we are. Ah, Claire, DINKY-DOO, yes, knock-do. I know it so very well, and I think I know your father-in-law. No names, no pack drill, but I think I do, because that is an old family house. How good is that? So you ask your father-in-law if he knows Scottie McClue and send him my very, very best regards. And I know the house very, very well indeed. Right, okay, I'll tell you what, Claire, so that you believe me, if you go into what was the library and is now the billiard room, you will see carved on the mantelpiece crab apples. Am I right, or am I 100% correct? Remember the hot seat? Yes, we might do the hot seat now. Who am I? You seem like a learned man. I'd love to open my chamber of secrets and let you come in. Oh, thank you so much, lol. Hello from Hull. Well, Hull all know Scottie McClue. Yes, indeed, because I used to broadcast on Viking Radio. DINKY-DOO, I said to you. There we are. Now, Mia's back. Now, Mia, no spamming, okay? No spamming. Just the once. Fantastic stuff. That's correct. Only a select few would know that. See, Claire? Ha. What about that? I tell you. Have you been to Edinburgh Fringe this year, Scotty? I'm shocked you haven't got a show. Well, Stephen, no, don't worry, because I couldn't do a show because it clashes with something else very big that I do. So by the time I finish that project, I would be too late to have a show at the Fringe. You see what I mean? Asking from last night's live, what are the chances of a DJ set live on here at Hogmanay? Graham, I'm sure we could, but the problem is I couldn't play songs. Why? Copyright. I don't have a music license, so it has to be unlicensed music, or license is not required, and maybe just 5 seconds of a song maximum. Such a shame, because I would love to play a lot of my Scottish music, and I'll show you my Scottish music. Are we ready? Scottish music. Scottish music. Someday I'll get to visit Scotland, Space Cowberry. You certainly will. What we've all got to say is, I can and I will. And this is the moment, and I am the one. Repeat that to yourself all the time, and it will happen. You could read us poems, couldn't you? Oh, Stephen, I could read us poems. If you look at the TikTok video, scroll down, and there's a wonderful lady in her 90th year reading The Owl and the Pussycat. Is that not beautiful? And it's fabulous. I would urge everybody to have a look at that. You're allowed to talk about space race and funding. There's no reason not, Coolelio. Can you give me the actual figure? We're trying to work out if it was 75 million or 75 billion in increased aid to India. I would have thought by now India would be aiding the UK, Mother India. Yes, indeed. I can go back to Mrs. Gandhi, who was, I think, Mr. Nehru's daughter. Am I right? Do we stop next year's funding? Depends on if they're wanting to go to space or not. It looked like it was trying to beat Russia. So there might be a slight political edge in it, I say to you. But then again, who knows? There might not. There we are. Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us, everybody. Have you followed Scottie McClue? Now, we're going to have to go soon, but do not worry about that. It has been so wonderful to be with you all this morning. Now, what have we got here? Space Cowboy says, Monday I made macadamia crusted salmon steaks with lemon butter. Stop! This sounds absolutely stunningly gorgeous. When are they going to gain? What are they going to gain going to the moon? Well, exactly, Coolelio. I mean, you know, I wouldn't want to go to the moon simply because there's just no atmosphere there, you know. What are your plans for this fine Sunday? Well, Stephen, can you believe it's a day of domestication and domesticity? In other words, I'm going to have to do the housework, you know. There we are. Yes, darling, I'm just coming down. The missus shouting. When are you going to get on with that? Have you noticed that women in general, if you're a man and you stay with one or you're married to one, they divide up the tasks. So they say, oh, what, you walked on my clean floor. My clean floor. What, you've dried your hand on my towel in the kitchen. Oh, by the way, your bulb's gone out in the sitting room. You should go and change it while I remember. It was lovely talking to you. I'll pass on your regards to my father-in-law. Please do, Claire. And he'll know I am the genuine article. And that going away back, my family stayed in the house. How amazing is that? I'm actually looking at a picture of it right now. There we are. And if you look straight at the house, Claire, you'll see the original Georgian bit. And then if you look to your left, you'll see the tower. If you look to your right, you'll see the 1920s extension with the Port Corsair for the coaches to go under, drop people off in the dry, because it's not very often dry in there, as you know. It's like folk forgetting identity when someone walks in on them. Somebody in here. I know, Stephen. Is there somebody in here? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Oh, come on. Sober up, everybody. It's right when you walk up to somebody and they go, oh, it's yourself. So, well, who did you think it actually was? Apple user has given me red roses. Look, guys, I have now got 13 red roses. I want 2 more. Were you in Benidorm? Not recently, no. No, I believe it's lovely. Follow us, guys, as soon as you possibly can. Everybody should follow Scottie McClue. Otherwise, what are you doing with a TikTok or YouTube account? It doesn't make sense. Every single person. If everybody follows now, Lucia has given me, Louisa has just brought it up to 15 red roses. Sing the La La song. Well, not just snare me, huh? Where are you on holiday? You said you enjoyed. Where were you on holiday, Scottie? You said you enjoyed. I was on holiday in the northeast of Scotland. I was on holiday near to Lossiemouth and Elgin and near the fastest town in Scotland. My wife used to phone her mother, and upon answering the phone, my wife asks, are you up? You up? Are you up? Oh, are you up? When you've got up to answer the phone. Mind you, Rab, in fairness, nowadays you could have a phone by your bedside. I used to have one until I gave it up. Suspend foreign aid for a while, concentrate in this country for once. Nationalism isn't a disease. Galileo, you will get no argument from me. Like, I would like to see a benefit pop concert in aid of Scottie McClue's YouTube channel and TikTok. All the big bands are bigger than Glastonbury. Come on, everybody, get playing for Scottie. He's done 5 years for us and never charged us a bean. But she wasn't up, she wouldn't be answering the phone. No, but Rab, if she was lying in bed, she could have answered the phone. But Rab, you can tell when somebody's lying down, because they go, instead of going, hello, they go, hello? Uh-huh. Oh. Top man, George. Cornelio, same sentiment here in the US. Carson says, why are you just ignoring me? Now, Carson, I have never ignored you. And here's the evidence. We're talking. Hi, Carson. Have you been to the Isle of Arms as one? Yes, I have. I've been to Whiting Bay for a wee holiday. I've been to Brodick. I've been to, I've been on the bus all round Arran. I haven't got off to, I haven't seen Corrie. I haven't seen Lochranza. But I knew the minister at Lochranza Kirk years ago, a man called Jimmy Dow, the Reverend James L. Dow, an outstanding man. He used to be the minister in Greenock. And then he moved to Lochranza. And then he wrote a lovely book called No Better Than I Should Be, The Making of a Minister. What about that? Thank you, everybody, for contributing to the live. We're now at 15 red roses. Is that not beautiful? I say to you. Have you been to Wick? Chris, I haven't been to Wick. I would love to go to Wick. I would love to go to the Castle of May. the home of the late Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. I would love to go to Scrabster. I think I'd get the ferry to Orkney. Something like that. I haven't been to Orkney yet, so I've got a lot to be doing in one lifetime. Have you ever thought to yourself, one lifetime's a wee bit on the short side? I've never understood people that sit just smoking and drinking and going, ah, it passes the time. What? Passes the time. Filling the time. Dinky-Doo. Now, who have we got? We've got the Space Cowboys are laughing their heads off. Has everybody had a look at the YouTube channel? Scottie McClue, the world's talk show. The world's top talk show. As in TikTok's top talk show. That's what it's all about. Dinky-Doo. Fantastic, everybody. Lovely to see you all on here. At least you had that once. Our spineless lot would entertain the idea. Well, Cornelia, yes, we need all that. We need to raise £1 million for Scottie McClue's show. Actually, there is a GOFUNDME. You'll see it on the YouTube channel up the top right. Dinky-Doo, I hope you're well from Shetland. Jock, how lovely to have you. Scottie, have you heard of King's Seat? Is King's Seat not in Fife? Ken, there we are. And Dinky-Doo. Now then, Alan, bro, read my message. Yes, indeed, I've read it. Fantastic. But you know, I'm not going to comment on an international show. Good morning. Nice to see you back on here. Been missing seeing your lives, Mark. How lovely to have you with us. Yay! Hello, my Pookie Wookie Bear. Hello, Dinky-Doo. Fantastic. George shouting, answer me. George, you know you don't shout at Scottie McClue. There we are. Chris says, Aberdeenshire. Oh, King's Seat. I've got you. And then there's Arthur's Seat. Does anybody know where that is? Have you been up Arthur's Seat? We found a 4,000-year-old Bronze Age burial site up here. Jock. Amazing. I'm your biggest fan, says Alan. Thank you, Alan. Edinburgh. Ralph, you're 100%. It's in Edinburgh. Guys, have we all followed Scottie McClue? Have we subscribed? No, we haven't all followed Scottie McClue. Who's not followed? I can see on here. You need to get following. I've got the permissions. No, Edinburgh. King's Seat in Aberdeenshire. Are you not thinking of something else? Arthur Seat's in my back garden. Professor Numpty, it will be. Because Holyrood Park is in your back garden. Oh, says the wonderful Murray O'Donnell. Whoo, Murray. Warm job splitting logs. They heat you twice. Murray, I hope that means that you're saving on your heating bill because you've been so generous to me. There's viewed your profile, says, I never knew you were famous. Well, 2 billion people, I would say, I'm well known. Remember, though, I've been on television, radio, and newspapers for 40 years. For goodness sake, is that famous or well known? King's Seat's in Dunfermline, Scottie. Rab, that's what I was thinking. What did I say first? Fife. I said Fife. Ken, Fife. Let's name a few places in Fife. Are we ready? See how we get on. Ken. Inverkeithing, change for the railway for Edinburgh Waverley. Kelty, King's Seat, Dunfermline, ken. London Links, ken. Anstruther or Einster, ken. Wormet, ken. East Weems, ken. Methil, ken. St Andrews, ken. Newport, ken. Lookhouse, ken. Falkland, ken. Kinross, ken. Kinross, ken. Couros, ken. Ely, ken. Dalgety Bay, ken. Come on, Scotty. Kirkcaldy, the Langton, ken. For else, you're supping with the fifers now. You have to use a lang spoon. For else, North Queensferry, ken. Chris, Ballingrey, ken. Comrie. Is there two Comries? Is Comrie not in Perthshire? Is there a Comrie in Fife? For else, where we go for the football? Cardendane, ken. What else have we missed? Kinglassie, ken. Kinglassie, Numpty Heath, fantastic. For else, come on, ken. Fife. Ken Fife, like Ken. There we are. That will do for now. We'll leave it at that for now. Ken. Fife itself. Fife. Ken. Fife's and Fife. My father-in-law sends his regards, Claire. That is outstanding. Tell him I wish him all the very, very best. You have a lot of lovely, lovely neighbours down there as well. Tremendous. And old Sir James, he was the MP. Remarkable man, and the family were great. They used to be terrific explorers and collectors. You know, absolutely incredible. Glenrothes bus stations in Fife. Ken, Numpty, I'll give you that one. I'll give you it. I'll give you yins. Good going. Did you like that, Paul? Fantastic. Oh, it wasn't bad. Can I see your dog? Said Leah. There is my dog, Leah. Sadly no longer with us, but that's Lord Reith. And if you want to see my dog, you look at all the TikTok videos. Guys, I've got 5,400 likes. Can everybody take their phone and go tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap? See if we get that up. Yes, Professor. Indeed. Has everybody subscribed to the YouTube channel? There's Bushmans says, what's the creek? The creek is outstanding, Bushmans. I'll tell you that for nothing. There's Callum saying, hi, Callum. Have you read Walter Scott? I've heard it's tough reading. Not at all, Cornelio. I would say Walter Scott, what do we know? The Waverley novels. Ivanhoe. Start with Ivanhoe. And, you know, there's just so many beautiful things by Scott. The Fair Maid of Perth. Think of all the names. What names do we have in Scott's novels? Lucy Ashton, Dandy Dinmont. What else have we got? Meg Merrilees. What else have we got? Dandy Dinmont, Meg Merrilees, Lucy Ashton. Come on, guys. There's lots and lots more. Ivanhoe himself. No, I wouldn't say Scott's tough going at all. I would say it's an excellent read. Very educated man, great writer. You know, he had to recover from nearly going bust in his life. And he lost his beautiful big home, Abbotsford, and he got it back. And the Scott family, I think, are still in Abbotsford. There's Sir Walter Scott, the Scott Monument in Edinburgh. I'll tell you another great read. It's a set of books called Wilson's Tales of the Borders. Here's another one, The Ettrick Shepherd by James Hogg. I've got all these books, you know. Absolutely outstanding. But no, Scott is a good read. And so is Dickens, you know, wonderful stuff. Do you think the two Scotties would be a successful TV show? Well, Walter Scott and Scottie McClue. Oh, I think everybody would watch. They would watch for McClue and they would learn to appreciate Sir Walter Scott. Have you ever been to the dungeons in Edinburgh, Scotty? Oh, no, recently, Rab. I've made an end wrong. Good stuff. Did you like that, Calilio? You get into that. Ivanhoe. Fantastic. And guys, if you're wanting to get into literature, Scottish literature, English literature, there's no shame in watching it on DVDs or YouTubes or MP4s, videos, you know, anything like that. There we are. Now then, what have we got? We're back. Thank you very much, Alan. And I'm going to have to go soon, guys. Do you want a tune on the squeeze box before we go? We'll do a quick tune in the squeeze box since it's Sunday. Squeeze box. Anybody up for a quick tune for Sunday before I go? Stay on an extra hour, Scotty, says Numpty Heat. We'll never manage an extra hour, for goodness sake. I've got the high dusting to do. Mrs. McClue will be cussing you. The house needs cleaned. It does. Just coming, darling. It'll only be a minute. Just going to play a tune. Right, here we go. Fantastic stuff. I said when I die, I'll leave everything to her. She says, you already do. Right. Did you like that, guys? Are we waiting on the squeeze box? We have to go. This morning has been so beautiful. You people are so beautiful. Stay fabulous. We'll see who this is. You're live at Scottish Fun, and who's that? Hello? Nobody there. Right, no problem at all. We have to go, guys. Take great care of your dear selves. This is Scottie McClue saying dinky-doo to every single one of you. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Are you ready? Ta-ta. That's our beautiful TikTokers. Amazing. And lovely, lovely YouTubers. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's just been a blast. Wonderful stuff. Take great care of yourselves. Numpty Heat, you'd better look after yourself. You're going up Arthur's seat this afternoon. Stick out your tongues and say ta-ta, ta-ta, and again. Ta-ta.